Now we have to think about how efficiently we can run the simulation optimization. So we have now three variables to consider. The reserved seeds, so that goes from 25 to 50, okay, and right now we had it as integer, so going like step of 1, so that will be 26 there. And if we consider Y class price to be between 200 and 600, and again leave it as integer, so we are talking about what, 400 possibilities, and here 50 to 200 again, 150 possibilities. You multiply them together, you end up with, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of trials. And that's not the most efficient way of doing it. And if you do that and run the simulation, maybe you have to come back a couple of weeks later to see whether it's completed or not. So we have to come up with some sort of strategy. And the best way to do that is you start from a high level, okay, least amount of granularity. Okay, so you are casting the net wide. Okay, and then you narrow down your focus and then make it more granular and more granular and do it in an iterative way. Okay, so don't try to find the best possible answer just in one trial, right? I mean, one iteration. So here, one possible way, this is not the only way, is that you take these ranges and cut them up into several, smaller number of um, values. So instead of considering every possible value between 25 and 50, we will use steps of 5. So that means 25 to 50, there are 6 possible values: 25, 30, 35, 40, 40, 45, and 50. Okay, so those are the values that will be tried. And Y class fair, again, we'll do it steps of 20, okay, and then steps of 10. So these are the number of trials, then 6 times 21 times 71. These are the number of trials that are possible. Okay. And then what we do is we run these trials. Okay. Here again, we don't have to say that, if you say only we want to only try 1,000 trials, then these combinations will be combined in a random way or in some intelligent way. Then you will have the best answer. And once you have the best answer from that level of, macro level, then you can fine tune the parameters. Okay, so now you narrow down. So instead of 25 to 30, so you now say, okay, all right, the optimum solution is probably in this range. And then you can drop it down instead of steps of 5. Then you can start considering more in a granular level. And same here, like instead of you tried in steps of 20, now you narrowed down the range. Now you go in steps of 5. Okay, and then maybe after this iteration, then maybe you can go down into even further granularity and then search again. So this is the kind of iterative way in which you want to analyze the model. Okay, so let's head on over to Excel. Okay, so now what we're going to do is to go into optimize model definition. Okay, so you want to maximize. Okay, what do you want to maximize? You want to maximize the revenue. All right, so we want to maximize the mean of that. Okay, all right, so now we have, we're going to use standard. Okay, we have 3 values to set up here. So one is that one. Okay, now we're going to hard code the values. So you're going to go from, what did we do? 20 to 50 in steps of 5. $20 to $50. Okay, discrete steps of 5. Okay, now you add, now this time price of Y class, okay, and price of Y class 200 to 600 in steps of 20. 200 to 600, so 200 to 600 in steps of 20, and then one more, and it's that one. Okay, now that one supposed to be 50 to 200 in steps of 10. To 200 in steps of 10. Okay. Now you can go and settings. You can set a limit, okay, a small limit, 500 maybe. Remember, we have how many trials? Theoretically, there are 2,646 possible combinations. Okay. So we are saying, okay, you don't have to do all of it. Do only 1,000, the most promising 1,000. So it's not going to go like starting from the minimum value and iterate progressively through all the password values. It's going to do some intelligent searching. So we'll keep it as 1,000. And if you like to set a time limit, you can do that. So you can say, all right, time run for no more than 5 minutes, or after 5 minutes, give me the best answer that you found so far, or 10 minutes, or whatever. So we'll not check that, and you don't have to worry about all of these two. Well, this we've already seen what you want to keep, and we can, well, not this. Sorry, take that back. Um, those are more advanced options. We won't get into that. All right, so click OK, and then start. Okay, now it's done. All right, so let's Okay, so we're going to get these reports in the active workbook. All right, let's look at the progress report. So here are the trial numbers, okay, where the results changed. Okay, log of progress is at which step we made progress, whereas optimization log is just simply list of all the, like we ran like thousands, right? 1000, so it's giving you 1000. Optimization summary is your graphical summary, and this is where we get the best. So the best answer is 76th trial. Okay, 1808 is the result, 18,008 with a standard deviation of 2843, and this is the best adjustable cell values. That is, you reserve 25 seats, you price your Y class at 340 and price your Q class at 150. So that maximizes your mean, and the standard deviation is 2843.